If you thought this week was going to be quiet in the Forex market, think again. Between surprise inflation data, shifting Fed expectations, and a roller coaster in the yen, today gave traders plenty to chew on, and tomorrow could bring even more. Let's break it all down, pair by pair. Forex News Recap, April 24, 2025. 1. U.S. data surprises the market again. The big story today was the unexpected uptick in U.S. durable goods orders, which rose 0.8% in March, smashing forecasts for just a 0.2% gain. That sent the dollar climbing early in the session as markets recalibrated expectations for a Fed rate cut in June. Adding fuel to the fire, weekly jobless claims came in below expectations at 199,000, another sign the labor market is still holding strong. Together, these numbers put more weight behind the Fed's cautious tone in recent speeches. Traders who were pricing in a June cut might have to wait a little longer. 2. Eurozone flash PMI misses. Across the Atlantic, the Eurozone's flash PMI data painted a less rosy picture. The services PMI fell to 50.1, barely clinging to expansion territory, while manufacturing slumped further into contraction. This renewed concerns about stagnation in the euro area and dragged the euro lower across the board. 3. Yen in focus, Japan's inflation cools slightly. In Asia, Japan's national CPI rose 2.6% year-over-year in March, slightly below expectations. The yen weakened in response, pushing US dollar to Japanese yen back toward multi-decade highs, and now traders are eyeing potential intervention levels, again. Technical Analysis, April 24, 2025. Let's break down the key levels and price action for the major pairs, Euro to US dollar. Current price, 1.0635. Trend, bearish. Resistance, 1.0670, 1.0725. Support, 1.0600, 1.0550. The pair broke below the 1.0650 pivot today following weak Eurozone PMIs. The next key level to watch is 1.0600. A break below could open the door to 1.0550, which lines up with March's lows. Upside looks capped for now unless we see a reversal in dollar sentiment. Watch for a bounce if U.S. data softens tomorrow, otherwise, this could trend lower heading into Friday. Pound sterling to U.S. dollar. Current price, 1.2392. Trend, mixed. Resistance, 1.2440, 1.2500. Support, 1.2350, 1.2290. Sterling held up better than the euro today thanks to a slightly hawkish tone from the Bank of England's Catherine Mann, who hinted rate cuts may still be months away. Still, the pair couldn't break above 1.2440. That zone remains the barrier bulls need to crack. Tomorrow's UK retail sales could set the tone for the rest of the week. US dollar to Japanese yen. Current price, 154.90. Trend, bullish. Resistance, 155.20, 156.00. Support, 153.70, 152.80. The yen is once again under pressure as Japan's inflation data failed to impress. US dollar to Japanese yen is flirting with the key 155.00 level, a line in the sand for many traders watching for BOJ or MOF intervention. Expect verbal job owning if the pair clears 155.20. Actual action could follow if it pushes beyond 156.00. Forecasts for Friday, April 25, 2025. Here's what's on the radar for the next trading day. United States, Personal Consumption Expenditures, PCE, Index, Core and Headline. This is the Fed's preferred inflation metric. If it prints hot, it could slam the door shut on any June cut expectations. That would be bullish for the dollar, bearish for Euro to US dollar and pound sterling to US dollar. Eurozone, German IFO Business Climate Index. A weak reading could further weigh on the euro, especially if paired with soft risk sentiment. Japan, BOJ Governor Ueda speaks at Asia Investment Conference. Traders will be listening closely for any hints of upcoming policy action or views on yen depreciation. Trader tips, April 25th and beyond. 1. Don't chase US dollar to Japanese yen breakouts blindly. Yes, 155 is a key breakout point, but it's also a trigger level for potential Bank of Japan pushback. If you're long, make sure your stop loss is tight. Consider trailing stops or partial take profits as you go. 2. For Euro to US dollar and pound sterling to US dollar, mind the data gaps. If PCE inflation surprises to the upside, don't be caught holding Euro or sterling longs. Keep an eye on price action around support zones. The Euro looks weaker fundamentally, but sterling has some short-term relative strength. 3. Set alerts ahead of the Friday US Open. Friday's PCE report hits at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're in any dollar-sensitive trades, make sure you've adjusted risk before the data lands. 4. Be cautious on Fridays, especially after big moves. If we see big moves during the European session, remember, Fridays often mean profit-taking in New York. Watch for reversals or reduced momentum heading into the close. Final takeaway. April 24th reminded traders just how sensitive the dollar still is to US data. The Fed's next move isn't a sure thing anymore, and markets are adjusting fast. Tomorrow's PCE inflation report will either confirm the new hawkish tone or pull the rug out from under the greenback. Stay nimble, protect your capital, and don't try to be a hero ahead of major data. Remember, there's always another trade.